Welcome back, true believers. Next week is a monster for comic fans, and we've got the full breakdown. I'm Tony, and we're looking at the releases for the week of March 25th, 2026. From the end of the Ultimate Universe to a historic DC Marvel crossover, it's a wild one. Let's kick things off with the House of Ideas. Marvel is bringing the heat as we head toward the Armageddon event. First up, the penultimate chapter. Ultimate Endgame number 4 hits shelves. Peter Parker finally faces the Maker. Marvel is keeping the variants classified for this one to avoid spoilers. Expect high demand for those incentive covers. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 25. It's a milestone issue with a massive list of variant artists. We're talking Lee Bermejo's Amazing Visions variant and a stunning foil variant from Gleason. Collect them all and don't miss the Coelho connecting variant. It's the centerpiece of any Spidey shelf. New Team Alert, Imperial Guardians number 1 debuts featuring Gamora, Captain Marvel and Amadeus Cho. Recruited by Maximus the Mad, this expendable team is tasked with protecting the new Galactic Union. Expect chaos. Null number 3 also arrives, continuing the build-up to Armageddon. Marvel is leaning hard into the Year of Doom. Speaking of Doom, keep an eye out for the Doom homage variants across several titles this week. Absolute fire. Titles like Uncanny X-Men 25 and Fantastic Four 9 are getting the treatment. These are going to be sought after. And due to insane demand, the new Cyclops series gets a second printing on March 25th. If you missed it, now's the time. That's a packed slate for Marvel, but we're just getting started. Let's head over to DC. DC is pushing into Act 2 of their All-In initiative, and the stakes are getting higher. The biggest release of the week, DC vs. Marvel, Superman Spider-Man number 1. This is historical, folks. Written by Mark Waid with art by Jorge Jimenez, this is a dream team for a dream crossover. It's a must-buy. Look for the art germ and a very cool Rafa Sandoval homage variant. Incredible art here. Over in the Absolute Universe, Absolute Superman number 17 marks a year and a half of the line, the Man of Steel versus Parasite. But watch out for this world's Lex Luthor. He's just a simple family man. Or is he? A mysterious visitor is calling. Absolute Wonder Woman 18 features a witch versus Mistress of Magic battle. Kelly Thompson is killing it on this book. Hayden Sherman's art is perfectly suited for this gritty, magical side of the DC Absolute Universe. Don't skip this one. Justice League Unlimited number 17 continues the flagship team titles Act 2 arc. DC is truly all in right now. Keep an eye out for the Dan Mora variant featuring an AEW cameo. The DC and AEW crossover energy is still strong. All the DC books this week feature next level branding marking the start of Act 2. It's a great jumping on point. DC is firing on all cylinders, but now it's time to go indie. Image and IDW have some massive hits too. Image Comics is celebrating Invincible Month as Season 4 hits Prime Video. The crossovers are everywhere. Check out Geiger 22 with a Gary Frank variant. Invincible characters are popping up in major Image titles all week. We've also got G.I. Joe 326 and Spawn 373 getting the Invincible team-up treatment. These variants are legendary. James Tynion IV's conspiracy thriller, The Department of Truth, reaches issue 36. Things are getting very weird. If you've been following this arc, you know the stakes are at an all-time high. This is one of the best books on the stands. And the fantasy comedy breakout Dork arrives with its second issue. People are loving this one, so don't miss out. Moving to IDW, we've got some huge franchise titles. TMNT and Godzilla are leading the charge. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 4 features the debut of Fugitoid in the current continuity. Turtle fans rejoice. Starship Godzilla number 6 concludes its first arc. It's an epic space battle between Godzilla and Space Godzilla. And the final issue of Return to Sleepy Hollow arrives. Ichabod Crane faces his biggest supernatural challenge yet. Star Trek Lower Decks issue 17 brings more high-octane comedy. The crew takes control of a stolen starship. That's the main slate. But now it's time for the real treasure hunt. Variant cover Spotlight. Variant covers are the heart of the collector market. Here's what you need to hunt for next week. First, the Doom homage trend. Marvel is crushing it with these tributes to classic Doctor Doom imagery. We've also got April Fool's Day variants coming early. Check out Scotty Young's Iron Man number 3 variant. For the Joe fans, the Hammer Files reprints continue. G.I. Joe 14 features the first appearance of Destro in a deluxe format. Speculator alert, those Ultimate Endgame classified variants are going to be the ones to watch. Get there early. And the DC versus Marvel variants, specifically the 1 in 25 incentives, are already seeing massive pre-order numbers. With WonderCon and C2E2 happening next weekend, keep an eye out for convention-exclusive variants hitting shops. Publishers often drop surprise exclusives at these shows. If you're in Anaheim or Chicago, happy hunting. We'll be tracking the surprise announcements from the show floor, so stay tuned for updates next week. We're seeing a lot of foil and homage covers lately. It's a great time to be an art-focused collector. Dan Mora continues to be the hardest working man in comics. His work on Justice League Unlimited is just phenomenal. Plus, a Bolland cover is always worthwhile. And Lee Bermejo's Amazing Visions variant for Spidey 25. It's a literal work of art, must buy for fans. Milestone issues like ASM 25 are always a safe bet for long-term value. Always pick up the main cover at least. Recapping the variants, watch for Ultimate Endgame Classifieds, Spidey 25 incentives, and JLU AEW cameos. Also hunt for the Gary Frank Invincible team-up and Scotty Young's early April Fool's Day variants. My pull list strategy for next week: focus on the milestone issues and the historic crossovers. Your wallet will thank you. And as always, make sure you support your local comic shop. They are the backbone of this industry. If you haven't pre-ordered these yet, call your shop today. These 1 in 25 and 1 in 100 variants won't last long. Looking even further ahead, the Armageddon event is going to change everything at Marvel. We'll be covering it all. Summer 2026 is shaping up to be one of the biggest seasons for comic fans in years. Stay tuned. The DC Absolute Universe is also expanding, with more titles joining Act 2. The world building is just beginning. We're noticing a resurgence in holofoil and Virgin covers. Keep an eye on those for your high-end collections. Virgin covers with no trade dress are becoming the gold standard for many variant collectors. They look great framed. And foil editions like the Gleason variant for ASM 25 add that extra bit of shelf presence. Highly recommended. Quick news catch-up. WonderCon is expected to have massive announcements from Marvel about Phase 3. Anaheim is going to be the center of the comic world next weekend. If you're going, say hi to the creators. And C2E2 in Chicago is always a blast. The Artist Alley is one of the best in the country. Don't miss it. So to wrap up our top picks: Ultimate Endgame 4, ASM 25, DC vs Marvel 1, and Invincible month variants. Number 1 pick has to be DC vs Marvel. It's a once-in-a-decade event you simply cannot ignore. And Ultimate Endgame number 4 is my must-read. The payoff to years of storytelling is finally here. It's a great time to be a comic fan. Next week is going to be legendary. I can't wait to see these on the shelves. What are you picking up next week? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear about your variant hunts. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for our weekly breakdown. We do this every single week. I'm Tony, and this has been your Next Week in Comics report. See you at the comic shop Excelsior. Boom, see you next time.